Eclipse to Burning Man, it was like, you know, there was different people, different dynamics, but we were also like, I mean, it was a reality TV show, basically. Like we've been together for 2.5 weeks through like some challenging bits, and I think it was just like a test of character for all of us on our own, but also together as this sort of basically a group of misfits and strangers, you know, but who ultimately would become family.
Well, I guess the idea came up originally because I saw that so many people bought Eclipse tickets from Australia, and having come to America before, I knew about buying cars or renting cars and the difficulties around that. And I kind of thought that, like synergy, we could create something far, far better if we all put our resources and effort together. And so it was a lot to do with like buying cheap, shitty gazebos and stuff like that, which always happens at festivals and it pisses me off. But I figured if we all chipped in, instead of buying 10, 20 cheap ones, we could buy one massive tarp, make a better camp like that. So it was to do with like waste and sharing, I guess, to begin with. Once we kind of started and got the Priscilla theme going, I had the idea to have the filmed audition tapes, which I think played a pretty decent role in getting fabulous people and setting the mood for like creative flair and expression. And then just kind of as it developed, I guess the Priscilla theme is about like, you know, dressing fabulous, but like not being worried about social ideas on how to dress or what to wear or something. It's not necessarily about cross-dressing, it's just about being free and fun and fabulous.
Every step of the way, I had no idea what was coming. I didn't know where I was going in Salem when I asked Christy if I could come stay on the farm. He said, yes, come here, here's the address. Didn't know what to expect, didn't know what he'd mustered up.
My name's KingQueen Felicity D'Bean, King, Queen, Monarch of this bus adventure.
So the first bus trip out from Portland, because we like met at my father's place and had some drinks and we're just meeting each other, so everyone's real excited. And then the bus was full on that trip, like 40 something people. There wasn't a lot of spare seats, but everyone was pretty excited. It was the daytime and we were drinking and stuff, so that was like a really high energy, really fun, towards the end, really loose kind of bus trip.
From Portland to the Eclipse, that 18-hour shift, that was mental, but that was so much fun. Like looking back in the mirror, you know, people dancing, bouncing around, being pulled up by the cops twice, and it's not a party if the cops don't show up.
I think that was one of my like larger misjudgments, was looking at the Google Maps drive time and adding like 10%, thinking that would be suitable instead of adding 200%.
Eclipse was a lot more loose, but there wasn't so much pressure to, you know, there were food stores there and there was water there, so there's kind of that thing like if you weren't there for mealtime or if you didn't get fed in the morning, you'll be alright. The moment of the Eclipse, yeah, that was really powerful. That was, again, more powerful than anyone could ever describe.
Oh, yes.
That second that the sun blinked out, I was just completely humbled.
So getting to San Francisco, we went to our different hotels and stuff. I spent a bunch of time organising things on my phone. Sam, you were uploading, downloading, reloading all your footage and stuff. And we all got to bed pretty late and pretty tired, and everyone was on the same page. We all ate food and then we're just like, crawled into bed, showered as many times as possible. And then when we got to the bus in the morning, we were all like, oh boy, back on the bus, another all-nighter, this is gonna be fun. But then all the new people rocked up and yeah, it just brought like some powerful fresh energy, like exactly when we needed it. especially those Melbourne boys. Yeah, shooting out of San Francisco, the mood was like back up again.
My Eclipse experience was absolutely amazing. It was just so magical, and that place was a wonderland. And it was just amazing. It was a great place to get to know everybody and kind of see what everybody's into and kind of feel each other out. And then I think by the time we got done with Eclipse, it was like we knew what we were all going to do and how it was all going to come together for Burning Man. And then it was piled onto that bus, and I think I slept on there 3 nights or something. Yeah, and that was, you know, I didn't expect that to be as smooth as it was, or as fun as it was, or I loved it when we got off at places and this crazy group of people poured off this pink bus and the reactions people have to this nutty group of Australians.
So what interests you in us lot? What made you come over and say hello?
The pink bus.
The bus. That's amazing.
And the way you guys are dressed. Yeah. Different.
Yeah. It was, I love that. I love that whole ride, that whole experience.
Walmart is the devil, Walmart is evil, Walmart's the worst guy ever. And both times I've been to Burning Man previous, we've gone there to get supplies just because you just need a bunch of stuff, and unfortunately it's the place to buy it, even though it sucks. So yeah, we stopped there and it was like 8 or 9 o'clock, and I was like, all right everyone, can we do this in an hour? Everyone's like, yeah. I'm like, cool, back on the bus, leaving at 9:30 or something like that. And then at 9:30, everyone was in the huge lines going to the 3 checkout people they had on the busiest weekend ever, because their staff's stingy and they know that they're going to sell the stuff anyway. Everyone just have to wait.
Well, this is a bit fucked, isn't it?
Ro, I stopped being able to be in contact with Ro.
I'm sitting all alone by the phone.
Who I thought was coming on the bus, but again, that was miscommunication. He had his own car. Then, yeah, we're waiting for Ro, and then it kind of came to the point where we're like, so it's midnight, we can't get onto him. Do we just leave him here? Why isn't he getting back to us? And then everyone started to come up to me and they'd be like, look, we gotta go, we should go. Ro's definitely found his own way in. I'm like, why do you say that? They're like, oh, because, you know, he seems like a resourceful guy. I'm like, I've been talking to him all day. I don't think he'd just find his own way in without telling me. They're like, no, he would have. And I'm like, no, but you're just lying, either on purpose or subconsciously, to try to get us to leave without this guy. Let's talk with like facts and logic here, instead of just like you kind of been like tired and a little bit selfish kind of thing. And we left at like midnight or 1 a.m. or something. By then everyone was definitely worn a little bit thin. Even the fresh energy we got from San Francisco was fading.
Burning Man in particular, you need to help each other to survive out there. It was a real endurance test, and everyone's simultaneously trying to have the best time of their lives and stay alive.
Pure desire expression in the desert. Just like there's something there for everyone. Like no matter where you go at Burning Man, you're gonna see something that you never thought you'd ever see before. Yeah, I think you just have to experience it for yourself.
It's like trying to explain colour to a blind person. How do you start?
Even if you've been there for years, you still get blown away by something like that tree that was out in the deep playa, or in the playa. That tree was amazing. And it was just like, the leaves would all like change colours, and you just like run through it and everyone would just like cheer. And yeah, so like even if you've been there before, you see something like that and you're just like, whoa, that is impressive.
Thousands and thousands of people working together and showing their individuality, and being conscious, being good people, being creative people, being free people. Yeah, Burning Man. What the heck, dude?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas in September. Yeah, just like it just feels like the final part of Priscilla, the final crew of Priscilla. It's like really close family now.
The terrain and the environment was actually easier at Burning Man than it was
Yeah.
at Eclipse. Like, so
Eclipse
drastically.
was fucking horrible.
Yeah, why was that though? Like,
Just
the
The
dust?
dust, the dust
And
was
the rocks.
thicker.
And
Yeah,
just
the
wasn't
campsite was a
comfortable.
mess.
The dust at Eclipse was
The
10
dust
more
was
harsh.
really
It was like
thicker.
thick and brown and
Dirty.
again everything. Yeah.
Whereas like at Burning Man it was a lot lighter and I don't know, it seemed a bit easier to deal with.
Definitely.
Now, obviously the dust plays a huge part, and sometimes there was dust storms where you couldn't see 2 meters. But there wasn't too many dust storms this year. There was one good one.
It was a really big one. And we just got back. And we just noticed it getting windier and windier, and you could see it in the distance. And someone said, "That's fucked. That's like the quickest moving thing I've ever seen." Someone had been a few times, so we were like, "Oh shit!" And I just yelled at everyone to like hold on. And all the gay boys lined up along all the poles, and the poles weren't actually connected to the tarp, so they weren't even holding anything down. They're just dancing on the poles. And then me and a few other people held onto the back of the tarp where all the wind was blowing under, and it was actually lifting us off the ground. Like the wind was that strong. Yeah, and then like none of us had time to put goggles or masks on, so our eyes were fucked and like breathing in all the dust. Couldn't see anything. But yeah, Emma was still up there DJing and everyone was having the best time. Then Darude came on and we're just like, oh fuck it, okay, this is awesome.
I love that we actually did it. We went and we bought all these dildos and we made up all these games and we made all these plans. I was really happy at Burning Man when we spent that day, even though I slept for half of it, actually playing games and creating a little space where everyone could come in and join in and watch what we were all about. It really that was what we said we were going to do. We said we were going to be a big fun bunch of drag queens and play silly games and do lip sync battles and stuff like that. And we bloody well, we did that one day.
Crying at how proud I was of everybody. It was fucking, when Danny was doing his routine, I just cried the whole way through. And I was in awe of everybody, and it was really fucking beautiful. It was really nice. Loads of fun.
Burning Man started with dildo jousting, obviously,
awesome.
and Pablo's dismount. If there's video footage, that's going to be a treat. So good.
I've seen the video,
Full,
it is amazing.
Game of Thrones style, taking off his bike by the dildo, just thrown onto his back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the other guy rides off. He's got fully booted off his steed.
Someone threw the javelin and it fucking hit this guy on his bike.
Does that make him he automatically wins?
So
Though, right?
watching the dildo javelin though, because it's just like.
It was super ambitious, and actually a lot of people came into the camp at Burning Man and were just like, "What? How did you come up with like this incredible camp with all this infrastructure and so much fun and a great vibe, and none of you live in the States?" Like they were just blown away. And then when you heard other people how blown away they were, you know, like we all brought, I think it is that we all brought so much like emotional energy and physical, you know, present stuff. That when you put it all together, it was just like, it was a really amazing camp. Yeah.
Well, we did it. It never ends, does it? All that space. So what now?
I think I want to go home.
Me too. Well then, let's finish the shows.